Hello everyone, my name is Emily Marshall and this is my About Me video. So just a little bit about my personal background. Originally I'm from a tiny little hamlet called Kamlaki in Ontario, but seen here is where I live now, which is Kimberley. It's in British Columbia, just kind of right on the border of Alberta and the States in the Kootenays. A lovely little town, and you can see we're nestled right in between two mountain ranges. So there are the beautiful snow-covered Rockies, and then we also have the Purcells on either side of us. Very lucky that way. Some things I like to do. I love to travel. Here is me in the Galapagos Island, visiting the world famous turtles, which was just a real highlight for me. I love biology. And I also really love turtles, so this was a really neat experience. And I've also done some traveling around Asia and Australia as well. I also love to do anything outside, so this is me on top of Mount Fisher, which is the highest peak in the area in the Rockies. I also love camping and hiking and trail running, and most especially activities in the winter. I love snowboarding and cross-country skiing and just basically anything outside I'm very happy with. So I'm very fortunate to live in an area where all my activities that I want to do are essentially right out my back door. As far as my education goes, I went to the University of Guelph and I got my Bachelor of Science in Biology. I had a brief stint doing a research project in neuroscience that didn't quite work out, and turned me on to teaching actually. So I got my secondary teachable in chemistry, and graduated from Guelph, and then went on to Queen's to do my teacher's college there, where I did a little bit of environmental education as well. Took a few additional qualifications in some special education courses. And then now, of course, I am doing my professional master's of education through Queen's. And this is now my fourth course in the program. So just nearing the halfway mark, and each course is just getting more and more interesting as I go through the program. So as far as my teaching experience, after Queen's, which is known for having a really big international job fair, I got hired on with the International School of Bangkok. It was a very educational experience, living and teaching overseas. One of the things I really enjoyed about it was being able to be part of all sorts of really interesting clubs and activities. So here is us, we had just helped build a school for Habitat for Humanity. I also have quite a bit of interpretive work, so doing nature walks, and doing programs in little amphitheaters around the East Kootenays. So me and my boss actually started our own interpretive company where I did different environmental programs. I've also been contracted with some community organizations to do environmental programs. So I've kind of been all over the map in my environmental education, but I have really enjoyed being an interpreter. And also I work as a teacher on call for School District 6, which is in the Kimberley area. So through that experience, I've taught pretty much every subject, from French to library to kindergarten to grade 12 physics, just all over, which has been a really rewarding time to just be able to get that experience in all different sort of ages and subject levels. As far as this course goes, I've had several different curriculum opportunities in Ontario doing my practicum, and the international school I taught at had an IB program. When I was doing environmental education, there was no curriculum. It just depended on the topics that I was interested in or that were pertinent to the area. And then, of course, now dealing with the new BC curriculum, which I think has a lot of potential to be really amazing for educators. But I must admit, since I haven't had too much experience long-term having my own classroom, I've done a couple short-term fill-ins for teachers, but nothing more than a month or two. So I do find it a little bit overwhelming to try to apply the curriculum. But that is what I'm looking forward to in this course, is learning a little bit more about the theory behind the planning, instruction, and assessment and curriculum, and then most especially learning how to actually apply that to my practice in all the different realms, whether it's in my environmental education or in my TOC days, or in my future career where I do hope to have a classroom of my own. So looking forward to the rest of this course. Thanks so much.